Today I was in the hospital for my clinic and there's a psychologist just told me straight up, Kimani, you're the most foolish person I've ever met.
Why did they say that?
It's not that bad.
Ukarukole Morio.
Which is the experience of every crazy person.
Si haipikwi. Yakaangwa.
Chai
Imewekwa viungo. Pale kwa center tulikuwa na our lady alikuwa anaitwa Phoebe alikuwa atutengenezea chai. Chai
ikaanga.
Anaikaanga.
Antilia iliki.
Alikuwa anaitwa Phoebe Bisururu.
Phoebe Bisururu.
Phoebe Bisururu. Alikuwa
anafanya mambo pale, ana make sure nimekula asubuhi nikiamka mahamri.
Wewe ama nini?
Mimi nilikuwa VIP ward. Kuna VIP ward.
Kuna wewe.
Sasa natafuta na viporo.
Pale kuna VIP ward. Na make sure asubuhi mmeletewa mahamri na chai na mnakunywa uji, tena ni uji ambayo imepikwa kikosto, yani unajua watu wa kosto wanajua uji power.
Uji power ni stima.
Yani electrifying. Hiyo story tuko na drink hapa.
Yes.
Naitwa frutika, sema frutika. Tuko na flavor ya mango. Hii ni ya mango.
Yes.
Unaona venye na slap.
Hebu
unaweza
sumulize ni gani anataka.
Unataka gani?
Mimi nataka apple.
Kuna apple.
Nipatie apple.
Apple. Lakini sio ulikuwa unataka mango.
Nataka apple.
Utaki mango?
Nataka apple. Apple is my favorite. Obinna, si Mungu amekubariki jamani.
Asante.
I'm happy for you.
I'm
really happy for you. Tukiendelea
I'm also very happy for me.
That's very good.
I'm very happy for me. God has been.
Let's cheers to that, man. Let's cheers.
Inaitwa mixed.
There
cheers,
you go.
guys.
Cheers.
Wewe rudisha hiyo kitu kwa fridge.
Hii inaitwa mix.
No, Baba County, you don't have your budget with this.
Nilikuwa hii sasa inapigwa flash.
Na memaliza
inaitwa fruit.
Yani this guy was waiting for this moment akuja apige.
Na bado tunangoja lunch. Please enjoy.
Thank you. Asante sana.
Ukitaka mix pia nakupea.
Asante sana.
Sawa, please enjoy.
All right.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know you were around. I think you got in touch with Omosh yesterday. I mean,
it's this morning actually.
Nimekuambia network yangu.
Yeah, I see now.
So me man, I'm like, Omosh ananiambia uliongea jana. Kumbe ni leo.
Yeah, I called him yesterday. I think he was busy yesterday.
Okay.
So I called him again today morning.
He was graduating yesterday.
He was graduating?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations to
brother,
him.
Jana amepata vile gown.
Oh man, that is something that I really wanted to do, but I have never gotten the chance.
You still can't.
I seriously want to go back to school. I want to finish my degree.
Yeah.
I hope Moi University, you're going to remember me. My registration number is BCJ3814. Please, if they're watching this,
mimi niko shule sasa hivi hata registration number yangu sijui.
And
lazima niangalie nimeandika okay. Bro, is that bad, man?
It's not bad.
Is that bad? Is that
it's
because
okay.
I'm doing ni kitu nafanya hapa. But anywho, so Omosh told me you got in touch with him today.
Yes.
And then I was like, yo, where is he? He's like, I'm like, tell him to pull up to Samaki. I didn't know.
Yeah, I knew this was one of the things that I had to come and do.
Yeah.
Because you are the first person that told my story.
Yeah.
I remember, and this is more than a year ago. You know, time flies, man.
Time flies, my guy.
This is more than a year ago. This is September of 2023. Now we're in December of 2024.
That is fine.
I saw it was September of 2023. Now we're in December of 2024. It's 1 year and 3 months. 1 year and 3 months since we did the last episode here on Obinna Show Live.
Yeah.
Since we did the live episode.
Hey, time flies.
Time flies, man.
Time flies.
Time does fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I came out yesterday.
When did you come back?
I landed in Nairobi this morning. No, not landed.
Yeah.
I arrived.
Big boy.
I arrived in Nairobi this morning.
Landed.
Yeah,
For them girls.
yeah, but
He just landed, you know what I'm saying? Like, no biggie.
no biggie. But we arrived this morning with my sister.
Okay.
She came for me over the weekend.
Okay.
Of course, the person that I think for me has really, really, really touched me is Mike Sonko. Mike Sonko, out of his busy schedule, he came yesterday to the facility. He made sure that I was okay. Congestina is also there. I was there with Congestina for the whole time. Yeah, she's doing good. She's doing good. I mean, you know, when you're healing, you might be a bit under the weather, but she's okay. She's okay. She's coming out next week.
Okay.
Unisamolo came out about a month ago.
Yeah.
And Nasibo Kabale is also coming out in January. So we were 3 journalists and 1 former international boxer. So we formed a good bond in there. And Mike Sonko was the gel between all of us because he really encouraged us. He came to see me about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
His daughter also was there with us. She had come briefly for a checkup and all. You know, with mental health, you have to, you know, keep up with your doctor's appointments and all.
Yes.
So he came in yesterday. Mama Mina was, you know, she made sure that I was okay. And, you know, she made sure that by the time I got the final discharge, that I was really, really, really okay. And, you know, I've spent 6 months with Mama Amina Abdallah. She's the kindest woman I've ever met. She's motherly. She's new family that I found. She made sure that everything was okay. I lacked for nothing in that institution. You know, and I was always busy with my writings and doing my writings, and everything was taken care of. And all of this because of Mike Sonko, and I'm really happy. And that happened right here on this show.
Yeah.
So, man, I am really, really, really grateful to you.
No problem.
6 months of healing, 6 months of deep introspection, 6 months of journaling. I've filled up 6 journals. 6 journals just with my mind, you know, sitting down and wondering, you know, where did I go wrong? You know, with my 15th time to break down, where did I go wrong? Like, why do I keep going back to this rat that I you know, kind of like how mapping out how do I go back to that position where I was okay one moment, and then I find myself not being okay. I find myself becoming dysfunctional, and my family is devastated. Of course, it has devastated my family. It has made me lose a lot of friends because a lot of friends feel like I was doing it by, you know, out of spite. But what I've come to understand, and what the doctors made me understand there, is that it's an illness. And
like any other.
Addiction is an illness. Substance use disorder is an illness. Bipolar mood disorder is an illness. And I have those 2. I have bipolar mood disorder and substance use disorder. And those 2 are illnesses that you have to struggle with your deepest and darkest desires to be able to come out of that space where the lure of smoke, the lure of, you know, you want to do some more lines, you want to feel ecstatic, you want to go into this world of, you know, ecstasy, how to come out of that world and come back to the sober life. It's really, really difficult. And it has taken me all of that time journaling to understand that journey. And now I have a very deep understanding of it. I have developed myself philosophically. I feel I have developed a personal philosophy for myself. that I live by now, and I feel with every time that I failed for 15 times, 15 relapses, with every time that I found myself using again, every time that I found myself in the trap house again, sometimes I would be too ashamed to go and ask for the drug, so I would just send somebody and be like, you just go get me this, get me that, and I would just be ashamed, and I would just isolate myself in my house and just want to get high and just be by myself. And it was in those moments that now looking back, I can see and I can look back and I can say, something was not right. But having fallen 15 times, I identified the pattern and I realized that to get yourself out of an addiction, you have to find a replacement for it. And I thank God because part of my anger was directed towards God. Because for the longest time, I was an atheist. My family was devastated that I was an atheist. I didn't believe in God. I was like, I'm a naturalist. I don't think God exists. But over the last 6 months, God has revealed himself to me in a really clear and deep way. I have been able to sit with my own thoughts, with God by my side, and I would ask him, why would you give me such powerful gifts? Why would you give me something so good and then juxtapose it with something so bad? Like, why would you give me, it's like, why would I be so talented in something and then on the other hand, I have an illness that causes me to be dysfunctional and look, embarrass myself, embarrass other people, put other people in awkward situations. And I just had to sit down with him. I asked him, I want to see you for who you are. Don't give me simple answers. Give me deep answers about why I am suffering, why this suffering is happening to me, and why me. And one of the episodes that I loved about my journey with God was I was reading the book of Job. The book of Job is my favorite book in the Bible. It's the book of Job 38. It's my favorite book in the Bible. You said your memory lapse comes with time, like you can't remember time. For me, I don't remember specifics. I remember
The
kind
context.
of context. I remember context, not specifics.
Okay.
So for me, it's I don't even memorize verses. And I met Saumu. Saumu Mbuvi came and we sat down and she gave me Bible verses, and it really touched my heart of her deep knowledge of the Bible, and she really challenged me, about my journey with God. So back to the book of Job 38, it's a very long chapter and it's the longest direct speech by God in the Bible. It's after Job has suffered all that he has suffered from, and the Job suffering and all the boils and everything, and his friends coming to him and all. So in Job 38, God appears to him. And the funny thing is that the moment God appears to Job, he does not come with an apology. He does not come with, I'm sorry for what happened to you. He goes straight into lecturing Job about, oh, so you think you had it rough? Oh, are you the one who told the world or the sea, you shall come here and no further? Did you create the cornerstones of the earth? He goes on and on and on about the majesty of his creation. And for me, that text really spoke to me because I saw the suffering between Job and God coming together. For me, it spoke to me at a higher philosophical level, like, God is, the work of creation is not something simple. It's it's something that causes existential angst. And that is what I really had. And I asked God, really, um, because one of my psychologists told me, you'll have to find a replacement for drugs, for narcotics. For me specifically, I'm prone to narcotics addiction. And they told me, yeah,
That is
that is weed, cigarettes, cocaine, uh, amphetamines, all.
you're doing cocaine.
Wow. It gets mixed up in weed, and there dealers who will just mix it up for you, and you won't know. For me, it was mixed up, and I didn't know. It's one of my dealers who was mixing it up, and I didn't know. So it kept me like it like worsens everything. And because I have substance use disorder and bipolar mood disorder, when those two things come together, mixed with substances, it blows your mind off. And for me, the journey to be clean, 6 months clean, it's the best moment of my life.
Is that the longest you've ever been?
Yes, this is the longest streak of sobriety that I've ever had.
Okay.
And I have you, Mike Sonko, my dad, and everybody who you literally came here and did a fundraising for me without even me asking. And everybody who has been supporting me, Kenyans who have been supporting me, I have you guys to thank for that. Because when I was in there, I was thinking, I cannot come out of this place. And I told God, please do not let me come out of this place without a proper solution. Usually, in the last 15 relapses that I've had, on the very first day that I get home, I usually go and do drugs.
Oh, wow.
But when I got home today, I had no desire, because God helped me deal with the insecurities that I had. I had, deep insecurities. I had deep psychological issues that I was dealing with. I was abused when I was a child.